Hi children, welcome back to the class which is discussing about force and friction. Force is a physical quantity that can be measured. The most common device used to measure force is a spring balance. The SI unit of force is Newton. Its symbol is capital letter N. Other unit of force is kilogram force. Its symbol is kgf. Kilogram force is defined as the force with which the earth attracts a body of mass 1 kilogram towards its center. Between 1 kgf and Newton is 1 kgf is equal to 9.8 Newton. In last class, we have learned about frictional force. Frictional force depends on two factors. They are nature of the surface in contact with each other, and the second one is weight of the moving object. Let us see how the friction depends upon the nature of the surfaces. Different surfaces exhibit different frictional resistance to sliding. As we discussed before, rough surfaces offer a greater degree of friction compared to smooth surfaces. Roughness of a surface, greater is the friction it offers. Smooth surfaces such as glass offer less friction. Thus, the force of friction is very large when both the surfaces in contact are rough, and friction is less when one surface is smooth and other is rough, and friction is least when both the surfaces are smooth. Remember that no surface is perfectly smooth and therefore all surfaces offer friction to objects trying to move over them. If you are trying to move a tennis ball on surfaces with different roughness such as carpet, grass and soil, you can observe that the ball moves farthest on a smooth surface while on a rough surface it stops after covering a short distance. This shows that force of friction is lesser for smooth surfaces than for rough surfaces. The factor on which the friction depends is the weight of the moving object. Greater will be the friction. That is, we have to apply more force to push a heavy box than to push a lighter one. Two boxes A and B of same weight are placed on the ground such that one is placed horizontally and one is kept vertically as shown on the board. Here the area is different in both the boxes but the weight is same. But the friction acting on them will remain the same. Thus, we can say that when weight remains unchanged, friction is independent of the area of surface in contact. That is, in whatever position if you are keeping the box, if the weight are same, then the friction acting on both the boxes will be same. The area won't be a factor which decides the frictional force in between the objects which are in contact. We can see wheels on large travel bags, heavy furniture, etc. These wheels provide smooth and easy movement of the objects. Wheels provide the smooth and easy movement of the objects. Rolling friction is less than sliding friction. Ball bearings used between the wheel and axle of vehicles reduce friction considerably. Here you can see two objects A and B. The one is object A is having rolling, the object A is rolling and object B is sliding. And the object A will be moving faster than the object B. Why? Because object A is having rolling friction and object B is possessing sliding friction. Since the rolling friction is less than sliding friction, object A can move faster. Now let us discuss about the advantages of friction. Friction helps us in walking. When we walk, friction opposes the tendency of our feet or shoes to move backwards by acting in the forward direction. In the absence of friction, we may slip or fall. That is why it is difficult to move on a wet or very smooth and polished floor. Cars and buses are able to move safely on roads due to the friction between the treaded tires of these vehicles and the surface of the road. When we apply brakes, the force of friction between the brake shoe and the rim of wheel allows us to stop a bicycle or a moving vehicle. That friction helps us to stop a bicycle or a moving vehicle. Friction allows us to hold object with our hands. It allows us to write on paper. It is difficult for us to write on smooth surface such as glass or polythene due to the absence of friction. There are many more advantages for friction. You can try to find it out. We will be discussing the disadvantages of friction in next class. Till then, take care. Thank you.